There has never been an escape network of this size.
This goes much deeper than we'd ever imagined.
I know the exact route Adolf Hitler took when he left Germany and exactly where he ended up.
He came here with a fresh start and a new name.
This is explosive. There's only one thing left to do, take it to the FBI. We are ready to prove our case.
Hunting Hitler, The Final Evidence, season finale, tonight at 10 on History.
We didn't have a homeowner's claim last year, so Allstate's giving us money back on our bill.
Seems fair. Didn't use it.
Wish we got money back on gym memberships.
Get money back
Hilarious.
with claim-free rewards. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Put your hands to your mouth and holla.
How much did it cost?
It's 4 slices of deep dish and a Pepsi for just $5.
Pizza.
Money is like life. You have to decide how to get the most from it. So we made you some simple, free tools to help you see how what you do today will affect your tomorrow. Which means you can make smart choices about how to spend your money and your life.
Every night in America, people make something for dinner. But some of us make something much more. With Blue Apron, any night is a chance to see what cooking can do.
Having chronic back pain affects everything. Your family, your job. It's time to take your life back. Call Laser Spine Institute if you've been diagnosed with spinal stenosis, bulging or herniated disc, sciatica, or other chronic spine conditions, and get your free MRI review.
Call 1-800-806-BACK today.
Our experienced, board-certified surgeons use a less than 1-inch incision to have you up and walking within hours of minimally invasive surgery, free from chronic back pain.
The pain was nearly debilitating. I tried everything that I could, and I got to the point where I was taking pain medicine to survive, and it's just not a way to live. But after the operation, the pain was gone. The whole thing has just been an absolute miracle.
If you've been told you might need neck or back surgery, call 1-800-806-BACK now for your free MRI review.
Laser Spine Institute, a less than 1-inch incision, a lifetime of standing tall.
May I please have a double shot half almond milk latte with 2 half pumps of caramel? But you don't have to do...
If you can get picky with your coffee, why not get picky with your TV?
Get a la carte TV only from Sling. Start at $20, then pick your personal channel lineup.
At Safe Flight Auto Glass, we know that when you're spending time with the grandkids, every minute counts. And you don't have time for a cracked windshield. That's why we show you exactly when we'll be there, saving you time so you can keep saving the world.
Save my repair, save my replace. There's a patient seaplane here.
Along Hitler's potential northern escape route, Tim Kennedy is investigating a declassified U.S. Army file that claims the Nazis could have been running a clandestine operation to move heavy water out of the Norwegian port of Narvik.
This is absolutely incredible. We're finishing up our search now. We'll be heading to the surface in a few minutes.
Roger that.
Tim and an expert dive team have uncovered a seaplane while diving on an anomaly they identified with sonar at the bottom of the Arctic Ocean.
That's Discovery right there. Yeah. Did you see any cargo? I tried to see, but I couldn't see anything. You couldn't put a lot of cargo on that plane, even with 2 propellers, and it was small. That fuselage, there's not enough room to put anything.
The plane's small. It's not something that you could move heavy water with. It doesn't have the load capacity to bring some barrels aboard and take off. I don't know what the seaplane is, and I don't know why it's here. What I do know is we have to keep looking, which brings us to a complicated, difficult target.
The team prepares for its most challenging dive. Their final target rests more than 150 feet below the surface, sitting on the ocean floor at a depth where extreme water pressure and freezing temperatures can combine for life-threatening conditions.
I've been diving for over 20 years. I have 1,000 dives under my belt. This is something that I am not taking lightly. One mistake and we could be dead. The deeper you go, the more pressure there is.
If you ascend too quickly, those gases are going to expand and can kill you.
We have to be perfect every minute of this dive plan.
Tim and Frank execute a controlled descent.
Identified abandoned object. We're going to try to get closer. Over. This is bad. Oh my God. This is unbelievable. We have a U-boat. I repeat, we have eyes on a Nazi U-boat. This thing is huge. It's got to be 200 feet long and 50 feet wide at least. This thing needed to carry over out of Norway. A high-ranking Nazi. This is it. This is it, right here.
Next time on Hunting Hitler.
If the Nazis buried anything here, this is the way we're going to find it.
Look at that. That's incredible.
The priests at the time would give aid to Nazis fleeing through the area. There's documentation that they were rebaptized.
Oh my God.
If Austria is where the Nazis shed their skin, then South Tyrol is where they were born again and assumed a new identity.
The Red Cross was actually producing legitimate documents with false identities. The documents were something that was secure, so if they had those documents, they could easily get out of Rome.
Once they've got a real passport, they're home free. This is the last piece of the puzzle, then. All roads lead to Rome, and then from there to Latin America.
Previously on Hunting Hitler.
So this is from June 12, 1945. Look at this line. At this time, the decision had been taken to divide the ministries in two parts and establish one government in the north and one in the south.
They're splitting up. We have to look at both routes.
The Nazis falsified British money.
Counterfeit money?
Yes. It was hidden here in the area.
So they hid it with the intention of coming back for it.
Yes.
This was the dead drop for the escaping Nazis.
They tried to transport heavy water out of Norway.
Was Narvik the staging point to send heavy water to Argentina, to make a nuclear bomb, to create the Fourth Reich?
There's a pushing Nazi seaplane here. This is absolutely incredible. We have eyes on a Nazi U-boat. thing is huge. What is it doing here? We'll be heading to the surface in a few minutes.
Size of this airplane. It was huge. And it's sitting right next to a U-boat.
21-year CIA veteran Bob Baer and former terrorist targeting asset mapping strategy, tracking Hitler's known as to pinpoint exactly where the Fuhrer could have gone after World War II.
Clearly, for the Nazis, Narvik was a major militarized.
They are investigating two potential escape routes for Hitler. A southern route through the Tyrol border region and a northern route through Narvik, Norway, where they discovered the remains of two large Nazi vessels.
The question is, were these used in conjunction with each other, or did they just happen to be at the port around the same time?
The fact they were found together, it's very strange. And my experience tells me it was not for local defense. So what were they doing with them? Look at this. OSS, predecessor of the CIA, March 15th, 1943. Message from Colonel von Losberg. I have spoken about refueling seaplanes from U-boats. A possibility in a U-boat in the Atlantic, and when the weather is favorable, it signals. What they're talking about here is flying seaplanes out, rallying with a U-boat in the middle of the Atlantic, refueling, and sending the seaplanes on. What these U-boats are gasoline stations in the middle of the Atlantic. Look, you've got about 8,000 miles from Narvik to Argentina.
And the seaplanes have a range of 3,000 to 4,000 miles, so you'd only have to refuel it once or twice before it got to South America.
At the beginning of the investigation, we looked at the possibility that Hitler got to Spain and then took a U-boat. It never quite worked in my mind because he was in bad health. I just couldn't imagine Adolf Hitler, as ill as he was, getting on a U-boat for 30 days. But now that we know that they were using seaplanes being refueled by U-boats in the middle of the ocean, it makes a lot more sense.
This opens up a whole new set of options for Hitler to get out of Europe.
For me, this is the logical end of the northern route. Getting a seaplane to South America from Narvik, 100% certainty you could do it. If anybody's I think it's a huge breakthrough. We now have to figure out whether the southern route would have also gotten him to South America.
To uncover whether it could have also provided Hitler safe passage to South America. They focus on a castle in Tyrol, which according to a declassified U.S. Army file, was run by high-level SS commander Friedrich Schwend.
The Tyrol border region between Italy and Austria was crawling with Nazis. The team found the castle where Schwend, who was reporting to Kaltenbrunner and Himmler, was burying stashes. It could be a big breakthrough. That could open up the entire southern network to us. We could find out how they escaped and possibly where they were headed.
U.S. Army Green Beret Mike Simpson arrive at the Hotel Paradiso.
Look at this.
Hide these articles to be found later. I'm not going to use the building itself. People coming in and out of the hotel could stumble upon it accidentally. If we're going to locate one of these Nazi dead drops, these safe deposit boxes,
renderings capable of revealing anomalies below the surface of the Earth within millimeter precision. LiDAR technology has enabled archaeologists to discover
Let's get a 3D model of the area, and then we can decide where exactly we can dig.
That's amazing. I love that.
To properly scan for anomalies in the soil, the team deploys the LiDAR in a grid search flight pattern, covering the entire hotel property, plus an area 60 feet beyond the hotel grounds, to ensure they don't miss any potential targets.
So how long is this going to take to do?
Oh, probably 5 minutes tops.
Really?
To run the
as
whole
little
flight.
as that?
Yeah.
Amazing.
21st century technology, James.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine if we didn't have this.
We'd be out here for days.
Nicely done.
And we'll get to processing this data. Here's the data. Boot her up here. Here we go.
Oh, wow, look at that. There's the building. Oh, my God, look
at that.
All the trees.
That's incredible.
Look at all the texture that gives you. I mean, it's really three-dimensional.
Okay. So how do we spot these potential holes in the ground?
Well, we're going to look for raised areas or depressed areas.
Got you. Anything that doesn't look natural.
That's right. We might have to get rid of some of these trees to see the surface.
Wow, look at that.
What's this?
That's a nice.
See that ripple right there? Yeah.
I see that.
That's uphill from where the runoff is. That's not a natural place that you're going to get an indentation like that. That's a great observation. It's in a completely unnatural spot. It's plain as day right there. I'll just mark it really quick.
Welcome to Burger King. Try the 2 for $6 mix or match deal, now including the crispy chicken.
This is weird.
Yeah.
You guys practice this?
Nah.
That's 2 Whopper sandwiches, 2 crispy chicken sandwiches, or mix one of each for just $6. Only at Burger King.
The things we do to get ahead, rising before dawn, sweating it out, tough to do it all. But we can always find time to listen to great thinkers and explorers whose stories take us places our hamstrings can't. All we have to do is listen. Download Audible to start listening.
You should really let go of your last earthly possession.
It's time to snap, post, chat, and sell. It's time to let go.
If your underwear feels like this, get buck naked. The most comfortable underwear there is. Only at Duluth stores and DuluthTrading.com.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months. I'm accident-free. And I don't share it with Mom, right, Mom? Right.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
You know what they say about the early bird? He gets the best deal on the perfect hotel by using TripAdvisor.